The world of anti-aging supplements, it can feel like a maze, right? There are so many bold promises on every single bottle, and we all want to live not just longer, but better. So today, we're going to cut through all that noise. We're going to look at the scientific evidence to separate what's truly promising from what's just really clever marketing. Okay, let's dive right in. But first, something really, really important. We know many of you already take supplements, and you have a routine you trust. Our goal here isn't to judge that or to tell you what to do, not at all. We're simply here to present the current state of the research so you can have more informed, more confident conversations with your healthcare provider. Before we even get to talking about any pills or powders, we need to be crystal clear on what the real goal is here. Is it just about adding more years to our life, our lifespan, or is it about adding more healthy, functional, vibrant years, what we call our health span? You know, the science of longevity is focusing more and more on that second one. It's all about the quality of your life, not just the quantity of your years. And here's something you might find interesting. That term, anti-aging, it's not really a formal medical concept. It's much more of a marketing term, really. In the research and medical communities, the focus is on healthy aging, or geroscience, which is the study of how we can tweak the biological mechanisms of aging to extend that period of healthy life. So let's build our understanding from the ground up, starting with the absolute foundation. Because before we even whisper the word supplement, we have to cover the most powerful interventions of all, the ones that preserve our physical function and our autonomy. And guess what? The most powerful tools we have don't come in a bottle. As you can see here, no supplement on Earth can replace these fundamental habits. The evidence is just overwhelming. Regular exercise, a nutrient-rich diet, quality sleep, managing stress, and strong social connections are, by far, the most effective strategies we have. You know, a major battleground for staying functional as we get older is the fight against something called sarcopenia. It's just a scientific term for the natural loss of muscle mass and strength. And look, preserving muscle isn't about vanity. It's about being able to get up from a chair, carry your groceries, and avoid dangerous falls. It is absolutely key to our independence.
So, if we are going to talk about supplements, the ones with the absolute strongest evidence are those that directly support this goal. This table shows the top tier. Making sure you get enough protein is crucial for preventing muscle loss. Vitamin D3 is essential for bone health and reducing your risk of falls. And creatine monohydrate? It has consistently shown high-grade evidence for improving strength and function in older adults.
Now, a lot of people hear creatine and immediately think of young guys at the gym, but that's a huge misconception. Its main job is simply to help your muscles quickly regenerate ATP, which is their main fuel source. For older adults, this translates directly into better performance in everyday activities, especially when you pair it with resistance exercise.
Okay, let's move on to the next section, the frontier. This is where we find compounds that have some really significant potential in early studies, but are still waiting for those definitive long-term clinical trials in humans.
A major player in this category is NAD+. Think of it as a critical helper molecule for hundreds of processes in your body, from generating energy in your mitochondria to helping repair your DNA. The problem is, our NAD+ levels steadily decline as we get older, and researchers believe this decline is a key driver of the aging process itself. So the logical next step is to try and boost those declining levels. The two most popular ways to do that are with supplements called NMN and NR. They're precursors, which just means the body converts them into NAD+. The human studies so far are promising. They do show an increase in NAD+ levels, but they're mostly small and short-term. We just don't have the long-term data yet on their impact on our quality of life.
Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, is another fascinating example. The potential benefits are huge. It's a potent anti-inflammatory, and studies suggest it can support cognitive and cardiovascular health. But here's the crucial catch. It has very low bioavailability. Our body has a really hard time absorbing it, which means a lot of what you ingest might not actually make it into your system to do its job.
And it's a similar story for other popular compounds like Resveratrol from red grapes and Fisetin found in strawberries. They show incredible results in lab settings, activating pathways related to longevity. However, translating those benefits clearly and consistently to human health has proven to be a major challenge, often because of issues like dosage and that same old problem of bioavailability. And that brings us to the very top of our pyramid, where the marketing promises are often the strongest, but the scientific foundation can be the most shaky. A useful concept here is cosmeceutical longevity. This term was created to draw a clear line between something that has a cosmetic effect, like making your skin look more hydrated, and something that has a systemic effect, meaning it actually changes the underlying biology of aging throughout your whole body. Collagen is the perfect example. The marketing suggests that eating collagen will directly replenish the collagen in your skin and joints. But digestion just doesn't work that way. Your stomach breaks down the collagen you eat into its basic building blocks, amino acids. Then your body uses those amino acids wherever they're needed most, and it doesn't get a special instruction to send them back to your face. So the bottom line is this. While some studies show that collagen supplements might modestly improve skin hydration and elasticity, there's currently no solid evidence that they have any impact on the fundamental systemic process of aging. It falls squarely into that cosmetic effect category. And a final warning in this category, more is not always better. This is especially true with high doses of antioxidants like vitamin C and E. It turns out that the small amount of oxidative stress from exercise is actually a good thing. It signals your body to adapt and get stronger. Flooding your system with antioxidants can, in fact, blunt that positive signal. All right, we've covered a lot of ground. Think of it as a 4-step process. Step 1, the foundations. That's non-negotiable. Get your lifestyle basics in order first. Step 2 is all about function. Talk to your doctor about high-evidence supplements like protein, creatine, and vitamin D to maintain your strength. Step 3 is the frontier. This is where you can cautiously research the emerging science, like NAD+ precursors, knowing the evidence is still developing. And step 4 is to critically filter the marketing, understanding the difference between a cosmetic effect and a real systemic benefit. And of course, the most important lesson of all. This information is for educational purposes. You should always talk with your doctor or a qualified health professional before starting or stopping any supplement, because they can advise you based on your personal health needs. So we'll leave you with this question. Armed with this hierarchy of evidence, from the fundamental lifestyle factors to the frontier of science and the peak of marketing, how will you look at the next big anti-aging promise that comes your way? Thanks for joining us.